Havelock Ellis, a pioneering figure in sexology, made significant contributions to our understanding of sexual behavior through his seminal work, Studies in the Psychology of Sex, published in 1897. However, his personal life was marked by complexities and unconventional relationships that mirrored the societal shifts of his time. Ellis's journey into love and sexuality began with Olive Schreiner, whose novel The Story of an African Farm captivated him. Their meeting in 1884 sparked mutual admiration, yet Ellis faced a personal barrier impotence which prevented him from pursuing marriage. 3 years later, he encountered Edith Lees, a strikingly independent bisexual woman. Their relationship was unconventional. They chose to maintain separate households and remain childless, valuing intellectual companionship over traditional marital roles. However, the dynamic shifted when Lees engaged in a lesbian affair with an old-school friend. Ellis, while initially accepting, felt the emotional impact of her love for another. He reflected in his autobiography, acknowledging a sense of diminished tenderness from her towards him. This open approach to love was part of a broader rebellion among a small group of middle-class intellectuals, challenging the conventional norms of their era. Ellis and Lees's relationship represented an early iteration of the free love movement, which sought to redefine sexual relationships beyond the confines of marriage. This movement gained momentum at the end of the 19th century, as campaigners began distributing illegal pamphlets on birth control and abortion. The Anti-Obscenity Act of 1873, known as the Comstock Law, criminalized the mailing of materials deemed obscene. Yet the push for sexual autonomy continued to grow. In Britain, figures like Annie Besant and Charles Bratlaw emerged as prominent advocates for birth control. Their publication of the Fruits of Philosophy in 1876, based on Charles Knowlton's work, led to their arrest and Besant losing custody of her children. However, their conviction was overturned, thanks in part to support from the liberal press, and Besant went on to establish the Malthusian League, promoting contraception and abortion. As the early 20th century approached, the notion that sex should solely be for procreation began to weaken. Society started recognizing sexual pleasure between consenting adults as a healthy pursuit. The publication of influential texts such as Marie Stopes's Married Love and the collaborative work of Robert Latu Dickinson and Laura Ellerbein further pushed the conversation around sexual health and relationships. Although much of this literature focused on married couples, Ellis's later relationship with Margaret Sanger, a staunch advocate for contraception who fled to England to escape legal troubles in the U.S., marked another significant chapter in his life. Sanger's activism and friendship enriched Ellis's understanding of sexual health, aligning with the broader movement advocating for reproductive rights. Havelock Ellis's life and work exemplify the evolving landscape of sexuality at the turn of the century. His personal relationships, intertwined with the emerging discourse on free love and reproductive rights, reflect a society grappling with the complexities of human desire. As the movement for sexual autonomy gained traction, it set the stage for future dialogues about love, pleasure, and the rights of individuals to define their own sexual experiences